My name is Natalie. I am mum of Arabella, and we took part in This Is Me. During the time of Arabella school avoiding, we were introduced to the programme This Is Me by our head teacher, Kayla Page. She called us in for a meeting, me and my husband, and told us that they were rolling out this new pilot scheme, This Is Me, and they would like Arabella to take part in it. And we had to complete some forms on where we think Arabella is, the kind of person she is, and then the support for Arabella started in school.
This Is Me is a wonderful opportunity for schools and parents to do a piece of co-production looking in depth about a young person's strengths and needs, and it comes in the form of a conversation between school and home, and it's an opportunity for people to listen to each other from a school's perspective and from a home perspective. So after that initial conversation, it's that shared understanding to then put in some support work at school to help them really succeed in the classroom and in education generally, but also for the parents to understand, some things that can be done at home to help as well. It is definitely a piece of working together, basically to make life better for a young person.
I'm Nick. I'm a dad of Harvey and Jude, and they come to school here, Wells Free School. Harvey is about to turn 10 and Jude is 8. Harvey's got ASD. This Is Me was part of many pieces of support that we've received from the school, and a really, really important part of the support at actually the perfect timing as well, which helped us as a family, Harvey particularly, and has flipped him from school avoidance to now he got an award for most improved, right? 2 and a bit years later. So it's I'm very passionate about the project. For us, we're a walking school, which is fantastic, and we had to walk along the road. You feel as though you're being judged, and I know you're not, but you do feel like eyes are rolling. And then try and get over the line into the school, and at that point you've had the night before, you've had the morning. Maybe I had night terrors as well. Harvey had night terrors at that time, and then the school run, getting in the door, and then that's hard enough because then your empathy feels for your kid who's gone in the door, and then you sit with that for the whole day, and then you go again. With Harvey now being able to name his emotions is fantastic, because we all do. I can now say, I'm sorry, I got a bit too overwhelmed there. Please understand that, it's a moment in time, and you move on. And that allows you to move on and not hold it. So I think the emotions is the biggest part of this, right? And to be able to guide your child through that is amazing.
For us, the programme helped her understand what that barrier was to her coming into school. It also enabled her to understand who she was as a neurodiverse person, and to be able to start to label how she was feeling. And for us as a family, because This Is Me not only works with the child, they worked with us. She started opening up about how she finds it hard to focus, how she finds it hard to sit still, and that she likes to fidget with her hands and whatnot. That helps her concentrate. So she had a wobble stool brought in for her, like in assemblies when you had to kind of be present. She couldn't really handle that. So she had ear defenders and fidget toys and things like that. And she also did her Key Stage 2 SATs, and she was allowed to move around in that. And if she needed to talk, she could talk and things like that. So yeah. And all of those things have followed her into secondary school. So they know what to do now.
So we've done some whole school approaches as well. We have hanging bars in one of the classrooms. We have our lights covered, looking at the way we move around school, the environments that the children learn in. But what's really important about This Is Me is recognising that all children are individual and different. So then thinking about some individual adaptations, it might be sometimes that they just need a bit more of a break through their learning through the day. Sometimes it might be because they need to have a slightly different environment at lunchtime or break time, or a space that they can go just to be themselves for 5-10 minutes, or not have to deal with social situations, just for, just to have that calm time. All sorts of individual things. But that is the strength of This Is Me, is it's looking at children and young people as individuals, and really acknowledging that therefore they will have individual needs.
I got some support. I got a wobble stool and I got regular movement breaks. And in the SAT, I got a movement break as well, and I got to talk if I needed to. It made me feel quite good because it was like, oh, they do understand them. And I think This Is Me really helped.
If we hadn't taken these opportunities, I just don't know where we'd be now. And it's a much calmer place for everyone. The school, Harvey particularly, obviously, his siblings, us, grandparents. It changes everything.
My daughter Arabella has a diagnosis of ADHD, but if the school recognises that they need extra support in any way, they should not need a diagnosis to get that support. And Arabella had all that support before she ever had a diagnosis.
The thing about This Is Me as well is this is the NHS and education working really, really well together. In terms of drawing on that resource that we, have access to, and a really shared understanding around approaches that we can support within education, and approaches that the NHS teams can support us with and support young people with. And that's why it's a great collaborative exercise. But all of our parents, the great majority of them, have seen a difference in their understanding about how their young person is in school, and it's helped us with our understanding of how their young person is at home, and it has made a difference to lives. I think for our community, the difference is we're just much more open in the conversations that we can have, and it's enabled better support and quicker support, more effective support for young people.